In this video, we're going to focus on rotating an object. So I'm going to start with a real basic idea. If I go into this angle here and see how it's set to 0, if I start typing numbers, let's say I type the number 2. See how that object is tilted a little bit? But if I want to make it have rotation motion, I'm going to tie it again, just like I tie everything to my slider. Notice how the ball is going to start rotating whenever that happens. But it doesn't really make sense for the ball to rotate it before it's being struck. So if I just tie it to A, in this case, it doesn't exactly make sense. And if you put a negative here, by the way, that's how you get it to rotate clockwise, by putting a negative A. If you put just a regular A, it rotates counterclockwise. Again, A being my slider. So what I want to do is I actually want to build on the previous thing. I don't want it to rotate until the ball is struck. So I'm going to actually copy and paste my piecewise function from the previous video. But really, I'm only copying the rules. So for those values from -10 all the way to -5, which is when the ball is struck, I still want it to not rotate. So for the angle, I'm going to make it the constant 0, which means the ball is not going to rotate. But in the other part of the function, and let me actually define this as, let me call this function something besides f of 3 because that kind of breaks my function. So let me call this f of 4. So I'm going to put this in here. I'm going to put f, the angle of rotation is going to be f4 of a, and you notice it doesn't rotate, and then suddenly it's going to rotate. And you can choose how fast or how slow it rotates. So instead of copy pasting that previous one, here it's going to rotate this way. And let me get those lines out of the way. So you can see it rotate, and I'll slow that down just a little bit. See how it suddenly rotates. I can see how it might rotate that way. I might want it to go the other way. And I might want it to go faster too. So if I want it to go fast, or even like way faster, like I can put like a bigger and bigger constant next to there. So like that makes it go faster. If I put a 10, that'll make it rotate super fast, like so. And then if I wanted to change direction, you just put a negative in front of it. So for rotations, all you're doing is playing with the angle, and you're somehow, to make it animated, you're introducing either A directly into the slider, or you're introducing a function, and it can be a piecewise function if for some reason you don't want it to like start rotating, but you just want it to rotate at a certain point, you can use a piecewise function. But putting that into the angle part makes an object rotate.